Hey guys, Likey here, back with another video, and I decided, you know what, it's about time I feature my go-to deck. This is it. Well, this is not quite it, but my go-to deck is Three Musketeers. Typically I use Ice Golem here, and I use Ram here. But what I actually decided to do is, it's a popular deck right now. I need to tell him to stop friendly battling me, but it's a popular deck right now. Basically, you know, you have the Bandit and the Dark Prince instead of the Ice Golem and the Battle Ram. So, a lot of the mechanics are the same, but unlike the Ice Golem and the Battle Ram, the Bandit and the Dark Prince, they can both defend your pump. They're both great on defense. They're also much better on offense. Now, there is a drawback, which is that the Dark Prince doesn't go straight for the tower like the Battle Ram, neither does the Bandit. So you're going to have to rely on your Miner a lot more for tower damage. But overall, I think it's a pretty strong variation. You still punish with Dark Prince Minion Horde or Bandit Minion Horde after they poison. You still kind of do the same things as you do with typical Three Musketeers. But it's just kind of a slightly better version in this meta, I think. So it's so strong that I was able to go 9-0. So I definitely should be able to pick up the 12. So, good luck to MMD here. I believe I versed him in my last video when I was using Zappy's bait. He was using Graveyard. Wonder if he's still using Graveyard. Yeah, I think he's still using Graveyard, and Three Musketeers does great against Graveyard. So here's a chance to get revenge for beating me in my last video. Let's see here. So he's gonna go with his Mega Minion. You know what? I am actually just going to go Three Musketeers in the center. There's not much he can do about it with the Graveyard deck. So, there you go. He's just going to poison, which means that I am free to use my Minion Horde. I'm free to use my Elixir Collector. So, let's see which side we get more damage on. Definitely that side. So, I'm going to go with a Miner Goblin Gang in that lane, because he just used his log. And, there we go. He's going to waste his guards there. So, it's looking really good right now, because, you know, it's the same opponent. So, Bandit does great against something like a Musketeer, anything ranged, because it dashes right onto it, like that, and it just takes it out, so it's perfect. I definitely want to see if he's such a good, Graveyard player, how is he going to beat this, because beating Three Musketeers is ridiculously hard with a Graveyard deck. So there you go, he just used his poison, which means that I'm open to do something like, maybe, let's say, Dark Prince and Minion Horde. And that's going to be extremely difficult for him to stop. That's going to collide right with his Goblin Hut. The minions are going to clean up the Mega Minion mostly, and the Dark Prince is going to get all the way to the tower. So there's not really much he can do in this matchup, and, you know, Three Musketeers doesn't hard counter too many decks, but it does great against a lot. But Graveyard is one of the decks which it does really great against. So I'm going to split two Musketeers here, and I'm going to put a Bandit in front of the one Musketeer just to help support it. He's going to go with Guards, which is a pretty good counter, so well played to him. I'm just going to send in a Miner, because that tower's almost down anyway. And he does a good block there. Let's see, let's get a Dark Prince down. Let's just get a Goblin Gang in here, and that might take out his hut if he doesn't protect it. He will protect it, so let's go with some Three Musketeers here. And overall, this is just looking great for me right now. Bandit should dash onto the Goblin Hut. Miner should chip the tower. I'm putting it on the inside so he can't predict it. There you go, he predicts the Ice Golem on the other side, so I got a good bit of chip. Let's get a Dark Prince in the back here. Let's see what he goes for. So let's wait for the Musketeer to lock onto my Dark Prince, play the Minion Horde. I'm surprised he's still using the same deck. I mean, then again, not everyone switches decks every Grand Challenge like I do. So let's split Three Musketeers in the back this way. He's going to send in guards there, so those are just going to get eaten up by my two Musketeers, and we're going to take that tower there. Hilarious that we got revenge on the exact same opponent that we faced. Let me check his profile to see if it's the same. Yeah, it's the exact same MMD that we faced last time. He wrecked us when we were using Zappy's bait, and I just got my revenge. That's a huge coincidence, but it's also great. So here we go. We're going to be going against Danny here. from 50 legends, I'm going to go in with a bandit for his goblin hut. And what I love about Three Musketeers is it can destroy P.E.K.K.A. bait. I mean, not P.E.K.K.A. bait, P.E.K.K.A. hut if you play it well. So here we go. Let's get a Dark Prince minion horde in. If he uses poison, I get a free pump, and then he might try to miner it. So once he tries to miner my pump, I can use my Goblin Gang on it, but we actually get a ton of damage first push. It's almost like it was too easy. When you use the Minion Horde properly, you can get a ton of damage. I'm actually just going to send in my Miner to kill this Royal Ghost, and I'm going to send in a Goblin Gang here to kill my to kill his Zappies. Now, I know that he has Miner, and typically here, without my Goblin Gang, I wouldn't place a pump, but the cool thing about having Bandit and Dark Prince instead of Ice Golem and Battle Ram is that your Bandit can defend, your Bandit and Dark Prince can defend the pump. He's actually going to waste his Miner over there, meaning that he can't use it on the pump, and he's going to poison too, so we get another free Minion Horde here. So overall, this is going very well. If you just use the Minion Horde right, bait poisons well, you can win almost every game with Three Musketeers. A lot of people are using poison, so I'm just going to send in a bandit here for this Royal Ghost. That should be able to take it out. And, yeah, I think we just have to control the game, play a bit passive now that we have the damage lead, play defensive. Bandit's actually going to connect to the tower, and that's almost going to take it out. Let's see. He's going for a miner. I'm just going to go in for a Goblin Gang to take that out. Flying Machine's going to get a little chip, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep putting pumps in the opposite lane so that he can't get poison on the same lane. He's going to keep trying to chip me out with huts. Let's see if he sends in a miner now. If he does, I predict he'll send it into the back corner, but here we go. So he's going to use his P.E.K.K.A. I'm going to use the Dark Prince. The shield is going to absorb one hit from the P.E.K.K.A., so it's going to be a great tank for my Three Musketeers, and I'm just going to send in a bandit here. He keeps sending in miners here. He's just ignoring my pump at this point, because there's not enough time to really focus on that right now. He just wants to take the tower, so I'm just going to send in a miner here. That's going to defend it out, and at the beginning, if you can surprise him with Minion Horde and get a ton of damage, you get the luxury of playing passive for the rest of the game. So he's actually going to give up zapping the King Tower, and that just goes to show how powerful Three Musketeers, especially this variant, is. Like, for a long time I was opposed to using Dark Prince and Bandit. I kind of wanted to use the traditional version, and the traditional version is definitely still great, but, you know, if you are used to the traditional Three Musketeers version, and you want to try out something like Dark Prince Bandit, you should definitely do it. It's an interesting switch. There are a couple different things you can do that you couldn't before, but there are also some things that you can't do, like, especially against Expo with Dark Prince Bandit, it can be kind of hard because, you know, you don't have a ram that's going to crash right into the Expo, but most of the interactions are the same. So let's go in with a Bandit Goblin Gang, and let's send a miner on his pump. Let's see how he's going to deal with this. So he can't deal with everything, so he's going to have to sacrifice his pump there. Bandit's going to get a ton of damage, and overall I got the positive elixir trait. I took out his pump, and I got damage, so it's a win-win-win for me. He might also be playing Three Musketeers, so that would be a good opportunity to show you guys Three Musketeers mirror matchup tips. He's going to split his Three Musketeers, so I'm probably going to want to split my Three Musketeers too. Or I'm going to put them all in this lane so they can take out the Battle Ram. And I'm going to take some damage from his Musketeers, but I'm going to get a huge counter push here. Just watch this. So now I have an Elixir pump down. I can get a Dark Prince. Let's see if I can get a Bandit in front too. There we go. Our Three Musketeers are going to be doing work on his Dark Prince, on his tower, and that's just going to take it out. So definitely don't want to be the one to play Three Musketeers first, because then your opponent can counter your Three Musketeers and then have a huge counter push. So let's actually go in for a Goblin Gang on this tower here. Let's see if we get any chip. He's going to send in bats, which is interesting. I don't think he has a miner because he hasn't used it yet, but definitely have to watch out if he does have one. Let's see what he tries to go with next. Typically, you go all in one lane. I'm not going to be the one to play my Three Musketeers first since I'm in a defensive position. Unfortunately, I did just waste my miner unnecessarily. I'm just gonna try to get some chip for the 3 crown with the Dark Prince there. Let's see if that works out. We have 2 bandits. They're just gonna collide, and I'm basically playing defensive now. I don't want to play my 3 Musketeers first. Just kind of seeing what he has. Let's get a miner in. Let's get a zap in. That's gonna take care of that. And as long as we just defend it out the rest of the game, I don't see a way we can lose. Let's get another pump set up. And if we get the pump advantage now, we'll be better set later. So let's also split our 3 Musketeers here. And let me get a Dark Prince here. I don't want his Dark Prince to hit my 3 Musketeers. That would be very bad. Let's see. I don't want to give him any chip on my tower. He's going to take some, but that's okay. He's going to go all in one lane here with his Musketeers. I'm going to go all in one lane here with my Musketeers. Let's see if we can finish this. Let's put down a miner in his Musketeers. 3, 2, 1, and it looks like I'm going to defend it out the rest of the game. That's going to end it, and that's going to be a pretty easy 12-0 with 3 Musketeers. So 3 Musketeers is definitely a very strong deck in this meta. Definitely try it out. You can try out either version. You can try Dark Prince Bandit, or you can try Ice Golem Battle Ram. They're both great. 3 Musketeers is my favorite deck. So definitely you can try it out if you want. Lava Loon is my favorite deck as well, so I kind of have like 2 favorite decks right now. Both are capable of getting 12-0 in this meta. Nothing beats 3 Musketeers in this meta, basically. You can demolish everything that they throw at you, and that's how I was able to get 12-0. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely like to shout out my this clan, the NMM Black. So I'm normally in the NMM, but this is one of the family clans to the NMM. So if you guys are looking for a clan, this is definitely a great one. We're looking to fill it up and have just a great community in non-meta Musketeers. Definitely join the Discord too. Discord link is here if you want it. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oops, I seem to have forgotten to open the chest. Let's do that really quick. We got some gold, we got some ice golems, bombers, dart goblins, skeleton barrels, cannons, 3 musketeers, we definitely need those. Mini P.E.K.K.A, that's going to go to level 9. We got some giants, some tombstones, minion hordes, minions, giant skeleton, and cannon cards. So definitely a lot of cards I want. Hope you guys enjoyed the video once again, and I'll see you in the next one.